You and that witch thought you could blindside me time and again, huh? Well, she's on lockdown now. And this here monument to mankind's folly is your prison.
Ground Zero. Mein Gott.
I was wrong about Paradox Junction. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another zombies video. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind everyone to please make sure to like and subscribe, as there's some people that are watching my videos that aren't necessarily subscribed. So if you want to stay up to date and get notified whenever I upload, it's probably a good idea. But like I said, you guys do not have to. But if you guys do like more content like this, please drop a like and let's get right into it. So a few weeks ago, I made a video basically going over what I thought about the trailer and my worries for the map. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I highly encourage you do, because I'm gonna go over a lot of stuff that I said in that video. Because honestly, I was pretty wrong about this map. Like, I honestly thought we were going to get another, like, Liberty Falls or the Tomb type map. Because in my opinion, Treyarch just did so bad at marketing this map. Like, it did not do the map justice. The trailer just wasn't very good. Let's call it what it is. I actually like this map. I like it a lot, actually, and that's why I wanted to make this video. The first thing I did want to bring up was I did want to acknowledge the fact that the nuked out version of Nuketown looks so fire. Like, it's actually got so much sauce. Like, it looks really fucking good, and it might even be one of the best looking modern zombies maps we've gotten so far. Definitely not as good looking as Astra Malorum, but it's pretty damn close for me. However, I can't really say the same for the past version of Nuketown. Not only does it just not look like a zombies map, but also there's like nothing really to do while you're here unless you're doing the Easter egg. But like, other than that, there's really no reason to be hanging out in this version of Nuketown to begin with. However, I do think the concept of being able to teleport back and forth between the past and present is a really cool idea. And it's all seamless too. There's no stupid portal animation every single time you have to teleport, which thank God they removed that, because it would have been so fucking annoying, especially after every dog round, you seeing just the teleporting animation. So this is a really good feature. Thank you, Treyarch. The Blundergat is also pretty good on this map. The only issue I really have with it in this game is the fact that the base variant on high rounds is kind of ass. It's definitely fine for the lower rounds, but I was at like round 45 with a fully upgraded Blundergat, and that shit was like killing a few zombies at a time. Maybe I'm just using it wrong, I don't know. But from my experience, it seems like the base version needs to be buffed just a little bit. The whole point of a wonder weapon is it's supposed to be more powerful than every gun in the game, so I expect when I build a wonder weapon that it's going to do that exact thing. However, the Sundergat variant for the Blundergat is pretty good and will mostly kill a whole bunch of zombies, especially if you're using the charge shot. A lot of people be hating on this wonder weapon, but I feel like it's just one of those things you just need to know how to use it. All you have to do is just time your shots correctly and make sure you're using the charge shot, obviously, because it can kill more zombies. Either way, I think the Sundergat is pretty good, but I do think the base variant needs a buff, at least a little bit in my opinion. Building the Sundergat is also really easy too, as all you have to do is look for fire tornado zombies every like round or so, and you just have to bring them over to this table over here and kill them in front of this table. The third one you find will be a mimic. You obviously just have to do the same thing, bring it over to the table, shoot it in front of the table. Then after that, you just teleport to the unnuked version of Nuketown, place it in the table, teleport back to the nuked version, and you have the Sundergat. It's pretty simple, and I really like this quest a lot. It's pretty fun, and it's easy to just get in and get the wonder weapon right away. I do also love the enemy variety on this map, especially the dogs. They're actually a threat this time around as they run really fast at you and explode, leaving a gas cloud around them when you kill them. It's especially nice considering most of the times the dogs are just a pushover and they're just super easy to kill most of the time. Like, they're kind of useless. And then you have the shock mimic, which I don't find is a bad addition to this map. I see a lot of people kind of complaining about it, but they're really not that hard to kill. All you have to do is dodge its attacks. And also it's not that much of a bullet sponge if you have like double tap and all that shit on too. I did want to talk about the Easter egg too real quick because in my opinion, this is the best thing about this map. It essentially centers around the twins and you have to play children's mini games in order to get to the boss fight. You've got mini games like hopscotch and foursquare that you have to play. There's also a whole ass step where you have to go around the map and look for music notes and put those music notes in on a piano. But honestly, if you have a cheat sheet, it's just really easy to do anyway. Like, all the steps are actually fun. I like this Easter egg a lot. I don't think there's one step that I looked at and I went, this is absolutely terrible. So GG's on the Easter egg and boss fight. I think they're really good. There's also a really cool step where you have to go back in time and plant a tree and then do a lockdown to feed it souls. And by the time you go back to the nuked out version of Nuketown, the tree will be there. It's kind of like a butterfly effect thing where if you do something in the past, it affects the future. And I really like that. There's also a step where you have to go around the map and look for an RCXD controller and control the RCXD in order to open a secret room. Granted, I do think there is a little bit more they could have done with the secret room because it is only there just for you to get the chalk for the Easter egg. It would have been cool if there was like a secret little hidden item in this room or something, but either way, it's still really cool. I've always been such a huge fan of secret rooms and zombies, so this is absolutely appreciated. The story on this map is actually pretty good too, and is probably one of the best modern zombies maps in terms of story, which if you watched my last video, I kind of said that I wasn't really worried about the story too much. We also got to learn a lot about the twins and how apparently the twins are like two different versions of Samantha Max's. Like, the zombified version is based off of old Samantha and then the unzombified version is based off of new Samantha. We also got to learn a lot about the warden's backstory too and how his real name is actually Jack McGregor, which I actually find interesting and is actually a pretty good name. We also got to learn a lot more about the old story too after BO4, and supposedly the reason why this place exists in the first place is I guess the Great War was like so massive that it literally caused a fracture in the Dark Ether. So it's basically like a pocket dimension that the warden can just throw all of his shit into. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments though. I also really do love the Pack-a-Punch camos in this map. Like, they might actually be some of my favorite Pack-a-Punch camos ever, especially the tier 3 one. Like, they just look really good and they fit the map pretty well. Like, it's definitely very Nuketown, Paradox Junction themed, and I like it a lot. And I could be wrong, but it seems like it's mostly themed around the artwork that you can see around the map, like all over the floor and all over the walls and stuff, which it does tell a story on its own. Visual storytelling is definitely everything for a zombies map, and I think they nailed the visual storytelling here. Don't get me wrong, Paradox is not a perfect map or anything, but it's definitely really good and it's better than I expected it to be. I don't know, it might just be one of those things where I tend to like other zombies maps that people tend to not like so much, but there's nothing wrong with that. But either way, I think the map is great and is definitely going to be my dedicated high round map for the near future. I definitely do want to go back and make an Ashes of the Damned and Asher Malorum review as well, but I've just been so busy with stuff going on that it's been a little bit difficult. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and peace out.